Well, you guys know the deal. Happy New Year to everybody. 2024, we are here. We are in it. We are officially a weekend, basically a weekend to the new year. So excited. 7 on 7 is back for season 2, episode 28, or episode 1 of the new year. You guys know the deal. I got my boy Patrick Page on the show.
Yes, sir.
Come on,
Yes,
son.
sir.
Funny story, dead ass, not lying. Swear to fucking God, this is exactly how we met. I came into Best Buy, the one at Tustin Marketplace. I was looking for a lens for my camera, the exact one that this show is being filmed on, and all my content has been filmed on. This man over here helped me out. We connected, was like, oh, what? We had some mutuals. He was into creative. I was like, bro, we got to link up. And here we are. Now he's on the show, bro. We met at Best Buy, bro. I swear to God. Met at Best Buy. That's why it's important. Y'all, everybody, you guys just got to connect, have conversation, because you never know who you're going to meet or who you'll connect with. But
sure.
My dog, what is good? How is life? How's the new year for you?
Well, it's been amazing, really.
Feel that. The energy going into this year is really nice, bro.
Really, in my mind, the last week before January, I was like, man, if I do not kick it into overdrive in the first month, I don't even know how the rest of the 11 months are going to go.
I feel that.
So everything I was doing was like, okay, even if you're tired, just kill it, dude.
Feel that, bro.
There's no excuses no more.
That's what I'm saying.
They're showing you all these ways how to get your creativeness out. So I'm telling everybody, there's no more excuses. That stuff is like for the birds. Like,
for real.
Talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
You got kids that's doing exactly what full-on production companies are doing.
Exactly.
So,
bro, that's so funny. We'll talk about that because I have so many opinions on that. But for the people who don't know you or people who may know you, give a little synopsis of who you are, where you came from, what you do, kind of a little overview about yourself.
So, as a lot of people may know, I do own Apollo Sundown.
Yes, sir.
On top of that, I am the music artist Divine Sevn. That's why the 7 on 7 is
it's
funny,
pretty
man.
perfect.
Yeah.
Come on, son.
So on top of that, creative, photographer, videographer, brand development, really everything that deals with a camera, and on top of that with music. I used to do a lot of producing. Now I just strictly focus on music. But really nowadays I'm trying to harness the camera work and my music. So with me being an artist, I'm like, okay, yeah, I do music, but I'm pretty solid with that camera.
Yeah.
So I can really have both of those hands to dabble in whatever.
For sure.
So
for sure.
Yeah, it's those two things, man. It's
that's like your thing.
That's my main thing.
That's your main thing.
I took a whole year off to learn camera work just so I could be who I am now.
Yeah.
So
that's so.
Some
bro,
people not ready to do that, but I had to cut off Instagram, everything, just to be better.
Hell yeah! How long you been shooting?
It's 8 years now.
Oh shit! So you've been in it.
Yeah,
you've been in it a minute.
I've been before I even wanted to like hold a camera. I was actually interning with NASCAR in the media department in North Carolina.
No way.
So
are you from NC originally?
Yeah,
no way.
Fort Bragg, man.
Hell yeah.
Everybody that know they
they know.
Now we know, baby, man. It's I love the town. I love the state, but it's like if you want to grow as a creative, I feel like you need to go where other people are doing it at a level 10.
For sure.
Just to make yourself better.
Facts.
It's no different than going to go work out with guys that's already like locked in. They're going to motivate you. So when I came out here and I seen everybody just shooting everything, I mean, their creativeness was like out of this world. I said, yeah, I'm home.
Yeah, for real.
So
the environment is crucial, bro. Like, especially if you know you had the talent or you got the itch for it, is like putting yourself in the position to be in a space surrounded by other people who are doing it on the same level or as you want a better level is crucial, bro. It's crucial.
You need people that's better than you. Like
you
need it because if you're the best thing in the room,
you need to get out of the room.
Yeah, man. Like, how do you grow?
Yeah,
like,
you don't.
I don't care what you're doing. You're like, dude, look for somebody that's better than you.
For real.
Like, just look up the top 20.
Oh God.
Be that.
For real, bro.
Like, so that's not even a lot of people may take that as like imitation, but I tell folks like you are the only you. It can be somebody that can paint a Picasso picture and you could do that same thing, but it's gonna have your uniqueness to it.
Exactly.
So as long as you stay true to yourself, it doesn't matter who you're around. You're just gonna amplify what's in you.
I love that. So that's facts, bro.
That's That's the walk.
How the hell did you get in with NASCAR?
Man,
That's crazy because, bro, I'm a car guy. I grew up a car guy my whole life. So I grew up in the shop watching NASCAR on weekends with my pops. Like, that's crazy.
So here's the funny story about that. My first mentor was over the media department there. And he saw me shooting photography one day. And I was like, man, what do you do? And then we started talking. He's like, yeah, I work for NASCAR and their media. And I said, okay, I'm not really good at what I'm doing right now. Can I intern with you?
Yeah.
Just to learn something. He taught me a lot of like Adobe products.
Gotcha.
I ended up shifting more to DaVinci Resolve.
Mm-hmm.
But he was really the reason that I started going even crazier than I was. Because I'm on the track watching these guys and even their camera work.
Crazy.
When you're sitting on it's weird. It's like a game to me. The way they sit up there with the two handles and they're moving.
It's like a turret, bro.
It's like really like that. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. And these guys are years doing this. They like retire from doing this stuff. No different than a guy that does cinematography that does full exposure and not exposure, focus. Those guys really train to be that good, and they're good at one solid thing.
Yeah.
So when I'm out there watching these guys, it's like a 5-man team.
Damn.
I was like, man, that's a little extreme. I was like, I don't know if I want to go that far, but he did give me a lot of basis of how to deal with clients, how to deal with your peers that do camera work also.
Yeah.
And it just grew into, Apollo Sundown.
Yeah.
At first it was 7 Sights Films, and then I said, you know what? I feel like I'm going out of this world, so we're going to call it Apollo, and I work from the sun up to the sundown.
Okay, I like that.
So,
on brand.
Sundown. Yes, sir.
Very on brand.
We're working on shirts right now.
Fire.
We're working on shirts.
Hell yeah.
Trying to get something like
Hell yeah,
tangible
bro.
for people.
Fuck
But
it, bro. I'm on the same wave right now. I'm waiting for mine. I'm supposed to be hopping on a call today to look over some
you
designs.
Said, your website's coming soon.
Yeah, website's hopefully supposed to be done on Wednesday. I've been working with this guy, one of my boys, Brian Robles, who's a videographer as well. He goes by 6 Element. Gotcha. He does like a lot of like Fora's stuff and 2C's shot with Trippy Red and stuff.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, you probably. I feel like the videographer cinematography world is pretty small, so I'm sure you guys have heard each other. But
there's some solid hitters out there. I'm telling you,
facts, bro.
And I was just watching a whole bunch of videos at the barbershop, and I'm like, these guys are ridiculous. Like just a lot of the green screen and just the animations with it. Like, let's take the music out, the video work.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're not giving you a lot to work with nowadays with the music. So, no shade. But,
yeah, but you got to be extra creative.
You got to really put a treatment together.
Facts.
And that treatment is like, even with the first-person shooter.
Bro, that's so crazy, bro. I was literally just going to say, the video that, like, stood out to me the most is Gibson has his first person. That is so fucking crazy. Holy
if you
shit.
sit there and watch it and really break down everything and the masking around everything, I said, dude.
That video was next level, bro.
It made me like, let me go back and try to do some stuff. Because like that is what you need in the industry, no matter what it is. It makes people like, okay, let me knock some dust off and like give a better representation of my brand.
For sure.
Because they're making it to where people, like I said in the beginning, you don't have no more excuses. If you don't have it, go DoorDash and get the money so you can have it. Like, I tell people I don't want to hear nothing because I got guys that are sleeping on couches still able to get product out. So there's no excuse. No room. There's no room for it. So
facts. That is so funny that you say that, bro. I dead ass was about to name that exact video as the example.
I'm telling you, man.
So with Apollo Sundown, which is your media company per se, is your videography company. Who's some people that you work with, or like what's kind of like the video style? You know, kind of like overall like.
I consider myself a natural shooter.
Okay.
I like effects, but I feel like they are oversaturated in this industry. If you're starting to get noticed. If you, Steven Spielberg, and what's the other guy, Tarantino. If you listen to their interviews, and I'm listening to how they explain cinematography, it really gives you love in the actual movement of it. So when I'm thinking about angles, when I'm thinking about composition, the rule of thirds, my exposure triangle, I wanted to give the best representation of my vision. So when I started with
without having to mask it with like effects and shit. Yeah.
Because I feel like anytime I've seen a video, and I may be wrong for saying this, but anytime I've seen a video in the past when it has so many effects, I feel like you're one, dumbing down the song, two, just throwing a bunch of stuff at your client, and they can't even really enjoy the video so much. It's just too much.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody with epilepsy is gonna
Yeah, seize up.
out, like it's so much. Like flashing lights with Kanye West.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
for sure.
It's just a lot. So the way I shoot now is more, if I have to do effects, I'll do it, but I have a limit.
Yeah.
Because if I don't like it, nobody else is.
You try to
like
focus on the shot first.
it. Yes.
If you get a good quality shot and shot after shot, that's the same level of quality. You ain't
gotta
gotta
tell the story.
Yeah, you don't have to mask it up with effects. It's very similar to music production, you know,
Yes.
like
Gotta-
or mixing, you know.
Yeah.
If your mix sucks or the track sucks originally,
You're
no
gonna
matter
feel
what
it.
you're going, yeah, you can feel it. No matter what you're gonna do
I had a-
afterwards, to try and mask it up.
I had a
Nothing's gonna mask it up.
I had a mentor named Tavares Polk. He was signed to Vincent Herb, and back in the day, he was still signed to this day. He ran around with Aaliyah, Timbaland, Missy Elliott.
Wow.
So he used to tell me about the music. He was like, you can put this in music, videos. If you get an ouch feeling when you're listening to something or you're watching something, you know it's not it.
Mm.
You got to feel good. That's your body's not going to lie to you. Your ears are not going to lie to you.
Mm.
So you got to trust your senses.
That's
So
facts.
when I go into videography, if I meet a client, I don't care if it's a shoe brand, a music artist, a coffee shop. I got to understand the story. I got to know what they want.
Mm.
Then on top of that, I have to mesh those together
Mm.
because I don't want to fully take over. I want them to feel a part of it the whole time, no
Yeah.
matter what it is.
Yeah,
That makes them feel more appreciated.
for sure.
So being a natural shooter, it helps me be able to one day shoot a movie.
Yeah,
But right now it's just making me pay attention to detail.
yeah,
Like if the hair is off or if the angle is a little too choppy, I actually want to make it to where people can really, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Resonate
yeah,
with what you're trying to like project.
for sure.
So that's what Apollo Sundown is.
Got you.
So any people that want to work, I'm telling you, if you want animations and craziness, we are not there yet.
Yeah.
We are more of a, we want to make it look like a movie for you.
Yeah,
We want to make you feel like you're a movie star. No
Mm.
matter if you're a rapping singer, I don't care.
For sure.
Band, that's the value that I want to bring back.
Mm.
And being 28, man, a lot of people are like, it's cool, but I'm like, no, it's winning.
yeah,
I'm doing what I love, and on top of that, it is winning. So why not?
yeah. Exactly.
I was watching some of your older videos of the one I was all on YouTube, bro. So
I got hella content on
I
there,
looked at the
hidden
one-
old shit.
I looked at the one before you got like, Rock Diesel dudes. It was the one with I think it was the car and like running water with the rocks. And
Oh my god, the Sirens music video.
yeah.
Holy
I
shit,
was
bro.
watching it and I was like, I love it.
Oh my
I really
god.
do love it.
Yeah,
you
because that
know?
video was so minimal.
Man, but it hit right on the point. Of
Damn.
what you were trying to get.
I'm
So,
I'm stoked that you said that
yeah,
because
man. I was watching it last night. I was like, this is fire, dude.
dude, that was like a 4 a.m. shoot call
beautiful.
time
It's
to in
Beautiful.
the middle of nowhere.
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
man. I
I'm
love
stoked
it.
you like that.
Yeah, man,
Cause
that's-
that video had like literally no effects, like really anything. It was
didn't need
all
it.
it was
Your-
all camera shots.
What I love about your music production, because that was you, right? I listened to the little sounds. So no
That's what I'm
matter-
all about is the details.
Man, because if people that really listen, they be like, I like how he put that in there. I like how he put that in there. And then on top of that, with the video work,
Mm-hmm.
it told like a story without having to speak words.
Mm.
So having because it's siren, so I'm looking for like, okay, where's the female at? And then I see her, and I'm like, it's like an illusion.
Yeah, exactly. It was supposed to be like a past, like
Yeah.
almost like a
Like
a distant memory or a dream of that siren
Yeah.
that was.
it just keeps coming back, and it's like, I was like, man, this guy's on to something. I was like, I like this.
Dude, we shot that video in 2021 too.
That's crazy.
2021, bro. My
crazy,
boy
bro.
Duncan Hager shot that video. That's
fire.
crazy, bro.
Shout out to Duncan, man.
Yeah, shout out to that's love though. I appreciate that you
Hey.
man, you went all the way back and
Yeah,
watched
man,
that. That's crazy.
Anybody
crazy.
I meet, man, I'm honest as much as I can be
Yeah.
when it comes to looking at your work. And
For
I'm
sure.
like, I love the grind, dude. Like, it's all about the grind. I
Man.
tell folks, you can be a horrible, whatever you want to call yourself, but if you have a grind, you can teach
Oh yeah.
to get better.
For sure.
But people that like put out work and they're just like, like you got to have a love for this,
Have to.
because at a certain point, creatives, people look at us sometimes that we crazy.
Yeah.
And you have to be a little crazy to be
That's
good.
facts.
So like you gotta be, you have to be.
Yeah.
It's self-belief, bro. You gotta believe in self first.
My God.
So
Dude, that's
I preach a lot about that.
no.
So,
I mean, me too. I literally just before you got here, I just made a reel, posted a reel, and edited it, and it was very similar on that same topic. Was like because I've had like a couple people recently either DM me or reach or like come up to me at the gym and ask me like, "Yo, can I get your number or something? Like, I saw your Instagram or I saw your work. Like, oh, I saw your podcast, yada yada. Like, I would love to sit down and talk with you about content." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Bruh, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I'm just doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just doing stuff and seeing what I like, what works, taking pieces from other different types of content. I'm like, I like the angle, I like the lighting, I like the this and that, and just implementing it into what I do. And that, like, bro, any of y'all could go back on my page and scroll way down and see how the content used to be. Like, that's the evolution, and I think that speaks to the aspect of the grind kind of part that you're talking about.
You're gonna get better over time.
Have to, bro.
But you have to start
somewhere.
Because I know when I first met you, you had the I think the ZVE 10.
Yeah.
So I was like,
had the ZVE 10.
I was like, I think bro's gonna use the ZVE 10. So I was like, shoot, it's still gonna be fire. I was like, I don't care, because I know the lens that you had. But then I seen the video switch up. I was like, I don't know what he's using. Because I was like, because I have the FX30, and I'm like, I want to say it's a better camera, but what is he using? Because I know that 11 is on there. Because I'm showing people, you know what's crazy in the store?
Because you're like, I sold him that lens.
I'm literally showing people, like, they're like, yeah, I'm trying to do content creation, woo. And I'm like, oh, I know what you need right now. 11 mil. And they're like, why do I need that? I was like, let me show you. I go to your page every time. Woo! And I'm like, you see this?
Let's go.
You see how I just sold the A7 IV.
Fire.
With an 11 mil just for a creator. Because she came from Louisiana. And I like, people don't realize, if you're working in a job right now that does or aligns with what you love to do, manipulate that to your advantage. Meet everybody you can. When I met you, dude, I'm excited to meet new people that's in that department, because I'm like, they either do one or two things. They either a shooter or they want to be a shooter. Simple. And I just start talking, and then you never know who you're dealing with. So at that point, I tell people, like, if you want to grow, I know folks that came in here with, like I said, the ZVE 10. I come in here, I didn't even know he had the FX30. I was like, I was looking at it, I was like, oh man, okay, well, we rocking today.
Yes, sir.
So we going.
We had to level it up.
Yeah,
had to level it up.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
and I think and that's so funny. Kind of how we started the episode is, this is kind of like a personal point, but maybe you feel a similar way. Was Thanksgiving actually? I was at dinner with my fam and my dad and stuff, and he was just asking me about life, and I'm gonna be 25 this year, so
it's blessings, dude.
Yeah, it's blessings, and he was just we were just having some nice conversation, and I told him, and I think this was like a subconscious switch in my mind that has now kind of brought to life this new form of content and everything that I'm doing now, and trying to like really elevate shit. Was I told him, I was like, man, I'm being dead ass. I know I'm gonna be 25 this year, but I feel going into this new year is like, I feel like I've accepted I'm not a teenager anymore. I've accepted that I'm not 18. I'm not 21 anymore. Doesn't mean that at heart I still can't feel that way, but I feel like I'm really entering a new season of my life. Yeah. Like, I feel like I'm entering a new season, a new elevation. Like, something has to be turned up now going into these next couple months into the new year to put myself mentally, career-wise, just everything in the position or on the trajectory of that position.
You're setting yourself up.
Yes, and I don't know if you felt a similar way, or like other people who are listening or watching felt that similar way, but I had like this real kind of, I started a lot of new habits and shit going into this. I started reading. I haven't read since 8th grade, bro. I have literally not picked up a single book in like 9 years.
Love that.
And now I've been reading. I started the Creative Act, the Rick Rubin book, the Creative Way of Being.
There's another book I'm gonna throw your way.
Please, because now I'm like,
so
I'm like low key into this shit.
Crazy. I used to sell Monovi, like it's like a health juice. So I have a lot of mentors. I promote mentors for anybody.
Thanks.
I've had at least 10 mentors in the last 10 years.
Yeah, crucial part.
they all different walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I still talk to them to this day, no matter if I'm not in that business no more. They gave me a book to read called The Go-Giver.
Mm.
If you have not read The Go-Giver, I swear it will change your life.
Go-giver.
It's so easy to read. It's not too many pages, but it's the simple concept of giving without expecting anything in return. So I've been living that for the last 10 years, bro.
Come on, guys.
And that's how I got from
What do I always do?
that's how I got from North Carolina to out here.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about over, man. If I like and just on a personal note, man, I tell people I've only been out here for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
When I moved out here, what I was living in, it's like I wish I could show you a picture. I have a picture on my phone. I'm gonna show you, but I lived in a small, this space right here. Imagine taking this wall right in the middle of this door.
Mm-hmm.
That was my room. I slept on a cot
Damn.
with like, it was crap.
Yeah.
It was a $15 a night Airbnb.
Wow.
And I was working 60 hours a week.
Damn.
So most people wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
And I was living by John Wayne Airport in Santa Ana. So in that business district.
Yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was over there, and when I was over there, I lived over there for like 6 months, and it sucked. Oh my God, it sucked. So if it wasn't for me meditating, praying, and just really believing that I was here for a reason, I don't know if we can have these conversations right now. So, and if it wasn't for my lady, like shout out to my girl, she maxed out her credit cards to keep me out here.
Wow.
So that's my rock. So
Yeah,
I
for
tell
real.
people like she is the bread and butter of what I'm doing right now. Like she'll tell you herself, like she won't admit it, but she was like, no, I believed in him. And a lot of people don't have that.
I was gonna say that's a blessing, bro.
Man, I used to couldn't even talk about it without getting emotional.
Yeah.
I don't want to cry on podcasts, but
Hey, no, that's
it's
vulnerability is a powerful thing, bro.
man,
Especially when you
when you look up and all you see is like nothing,
mm,
and you're like, nah, bro, like I know something great's coming my way. Manifestation is a real thing. I know people can veer off of that path because of technology and stuff like that and the material. But if you take all that away, what do you have? You have just yourself and your mind. So I had to lock in to a certain degree. I'm talking about, till this day, I told myself I would refuse to have a bed until I become a certain success. I didn't want a bed. What do I need to sleep for? What do I need to be comfortable for? Couch or a floor. And a lot of people didn't realize that about me. I had buddies that were like, man, you can come over here. Nah, I'm good. When I opened my studio up in downtown Santa Ana, I said, you know what? I'm going to be here 24 hours a day. I don't care what I got to do. I'm going to work this life until it comes to fruition for me. So you can call it a testimony. In my mind, my tell-all book at the end of all this is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't want people to look at it as like, feel sorry. It's more of like, I need to get I don't want to curse on here. So
you can say whatever you want. Trust me.
I need to get my ass up
Yeah.
and do some work.
For real.
Because I have not seen my parents for probably like 4 years. They know what I'm doing, but I have not been home. So, but I have a daughter now. So
Yeah.
she's 6 months she's 6 months, I think, on the 17th. Yeah, on the 17th. And I look at her and I'm like, for her to have a better life, I need to kick this into overdrive. So it's a blessing to be here. I got my health, got the people around me, the right people around me. I don't need a lot. I just need probably like 2 to 3 people. That's solid, and that drives me to go even crazier.
Yeah.
So it's not hard out here. I tell everybody it's not hard, but you can do it.
Yeah.
Anybody can do it. The content you're doing, the content I do, anybody can do it.
Literally.
You don't need a camera. Use your phone.
I know.
Tripods are $20. Use your phone.
Exactly.
I see guys in the gym that's come up to me with my A7. They be like, man, how much is that? It's like $2,500. No, that's too expensive. I know.
I know. It's just, yes, it's expensive.
It's ridiculously expensive, but don't let that stop you from being the next creator. Cole Bennett is showing y'all. Cole Bennett is on 10 right now. And his interviews, he's telling folks, like, this stuff is too easy, man. It's like, I want more because I can do this stuff. So I tell the young kids that come in and want to be a videographer, bro, if you love YouTube and you love what these guys are doing, they did not start that way.
Exactly.
Don't think you're going to start that way. You might have the mommy and the daddy that got the money, but you might have to start with a phone. Be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Take that in. If you're 18, 16, 15, you got way more time than I probably have.
For sure.
Go crazy, bro. I wish I was going that crazy at your age.
Yeah, you got nothing to lose. You literally have nothing to lose.
What, you going to lose time?
Yeah.
So it's...
You're going to lose time in the what? You're going to be 20? Oh, whoa.
Oh,
wow.
God,
Can't even drink.
I'm 20. I can't, man. I see that with social media nowadays, it's making people feel like they got to get it now.
Come on, bro.
And,
I talk about this all the time on here.
It's not, I wish somebody would like be in their ear. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a year. Bro, you got to keep going at it.
Facts.
That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you're willing to do, even Ice Cube said it, if you're willing to do 2 to 3 years of just grinding, you're meant for this. But if you complain along the way, it's just like, nobody's working with me, or my videos aren't what it need to be, bro. You're not being grateful for your position.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people that wish they had your position, and you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
So I have to wake up every day and be grateful. When I'm up and I'm actually giving my daily affirmations and I'm meditating, bro, and I'm really like harnessing everything around me and really just enjoying the breath that I have. That tells me I got another day. So it's just...
The only easy day was yesterday.
Yes, man.
Come on.
It's already gone.
It's already
so
gone.
When you wake up, like, what are you doing?
For
what
sure.
Are we doing today? So,
Yeah. And kind of to that point, too, is something that I feel like an aspect that some people need to realize and just understand it fully is whether you're a video creator or a musician or an artist or a creative of any kind. Like, I really do feel that vulnerability and self-doubt is part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you are going to have those moments. You make a song and you're like, I don't think it's as good as it could be.
Yeah.
But is it as good as it can be right now for what you are able to do? And those kind of inside voices are always going to be a part of the process, especially when you're starting and even as the process continues. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a skill to be able to hear those voices and block them. And whether that's whatever maybe routine or kind of mantra you need to tell yourself or something when you start to get in that headspace, because it's inevitable. It will happen. It probably will forever happen.
You got guys at the post office that feel like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I hate this job. But, it's like,
but also the vulnerability and the self-doubt, I think that's where the best art comes from, is when you can overcome that and then realize this is what it is because I have made it to be this. It's not supposed to be something that I think it is. I made this because this is what I want it to be.
Yes.
And getting to that requires a lot of that self-internalization and kind of just muting all the bullshit that you hear from people, especially having to do with social media, kind of how you said, like, oh, I got to get it now. My song's got to sound like this. My video's got to look like this. No, it don't, and it shouldn't. Because if you came out the gate like
people are gonna expect more from
then
you.
Then that's crazy if you came out the gate just
you got some people that's blessed like that though.
Yeah,
they
you
can
do
that, but
that's the 1%, bro. That's the 1%. You can't compare yourself to those type of people, bro.
And you shouldn't want to.
You don't know what type of funds they got or background they got or help they got, or maybe their just situation in the position that they were put in to start was a better situation than you were. So what? That's life. Welcome to life, bro. Quit complaining.
Just get on
to the
next thing, bro.
Exactly. Like,
that's,
come on.
If you even look at who's a good example I can say? Chris Brown's daughters. Everybody knows who Chris Brown is. He's a mogul. The guy's going to be a legend before he passes. His kids are going to be set up than probably a mass majority of these kids in this world.
Yeah.
And that's cool. But I look at it as like this. I went to school with people that never had to worry about their fridge being empty. You get what I'm saying? And then I went to school with people that had to fight for meals. That's a difference.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
But I always used to ask myself, who's the better person at the end of the day? Do you think that the person that has everything is going to work harder than the person that didn't have nothing? Or is it vice versa? Because you got some folks that let the environment be the reason they don't want more.
Exactly.
And that can go for somebody that's rich, somebody that's poor.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at everybody in each situation. I don't care if you got millions of dollars to pay for everything in the world. Don't be the guy on the baseball team that got all the gear but can't swing for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
So
I feel that very heavily.
And I'm trying to project that in myself, and I want my partner, my lady, to feel that same energy, because she's never met somebody like me, and that's what I love, because she looks at me as like motivation. When we met, I was working 2 jobs. I motivated her to get a second job just because I was running and gunning, dude.
Yeah.
I don't have time. I don't have time to do the playing around and I might do it, I might not do it. Nah, bro, we're gonna do it now. Everybody sleepy? Cool, I'm gonna do it right now. Like, I used to literally sleep in a 1-bedroom with 3 other people, and I was sleeping on the couch. These guys would get up at 12 o'clock. I'm up at 6 a.m., bro, across the street shooting. It might not be nothing, but I'm just shooting.
Practicing, getting reps.
Bro, it's all about,
It's the reps, bro.
And so the way now that I want to move is, if I can teach my daughter to understand this concept, I think I'm doing a pretty damn good job. So I want her to see that example.
Yeah.
She might not see it in her mom. That's cool. She gonna see it in somebody.
Yeah.
So that's my advice to a lot of people. That self-doubt, that's normal. It's you're supposed to feel like that. That's a normal human reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you let your emotions take over, I feel like that comes into like an emotion thing. Like,
for sure it does.
Almost like you see somebody that's better than you. It's a little bit of envy.
Yeah, of course.
It's more of like, I see that you're better than me. I need to go harder.
Yeah.
So I can at least get on that level.
Yeah, you need to flip the picture.
You know, it's crazy. My business partner wouldn't even work with me until I stepped my game up. He wouldn't even take me on. So I had to fall off and like for 5 months, get my hustle up. And then he seen what I was doing. He was like, now we can talk some business. That told me right there, people believe in you, but they got to see something, bro. They got to see something.
Have to, bro. You got to have shit to show.
Yeah.
You have to.
It.
And I think because some people really do operate like that, and it's totally understandable, and I don't know why, and I don't think people should get pressed or butthurt about that if someone comes out about them in a situation like that where it's like, I'd love to, but not yet. You know,
that tells you
need,
right there.
Right? And I think it speaks of maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be the quality of the work or the amount of work that they're looking for. It's looking for what's in here and what's in here, because that's going to tell me if I'm trying to work with this person. Because how to do something or how to make better music or how to do something a certain way that might equal a better shot or a better sound is always teachable usually. But the foundations,
Has to be there.
If that's not there, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah,
and that's just the reality of it, especially in today's society where
anybody
and everybody can do it, wants to do it, is trying to do it. And that's the hard thing is just the oversaturation of everything.
Because everything is about who is no different than a comedian. I was watching the freaking Cat Williams interview.
With Shannon Sharp?
Oh, my God. I finally was able to watch it fully through. I kept falling asleep halfway through. And what I'm seeing is these guys are rich, and they're even having issues with some people just don't want to work with you. You can be the funniest of the funniest, but they don't care. I don't want to work with you. It's because, like me, I would be in business with people. It could be a mutual business agreement or whatever the case may be. And I would see how they move. And it would make me think to myself, because I got to be critical of myself, but I'm critical of the person that I'm getting money with.
Facts.
So I would see how they move, and it's like, I think I should have waited a little bit, because they don't have the drive. They don't really love this. They look at the dollar sign. We're going to make money.
Yeah, never chase the money, bro.
But it's like I chase my passion of I'm going to make better work. I just want to make great work with great people. So that's no different than if I'm building a house, building a car, making a song. That's why I turned my studio. I shut down my place, and I made my home studio my go-to now, because I was always recording at home. But I was like, let me take myself out of the house.
Yeah.
Then I started realizing, I'm like, I have better music when I'm sitting at home.
Mm-hmm.
And when
You're more
I'm,
comfortable.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can sit there in my pajamas and whatever the case may be. I say I don't even got to brush my hair. I
Yeah.
can just go crazy, and that has always worked for me. So now I'm going back to my old ways of, dude, just do it at home. Like a lot of music that I do, people don't even realize it's recorded on a $75 mic, MXL 990. You can look it up on Amazon, $76. And they listen and they be like, dude, what kind of mic is that? That was just regular mic. They're like, dude, that's
Just
amazing.
Amazon mic.
This is Amazon mic, bro. And people used to like sweat me on it, but I think I'm a pretty decent mixer. I'm gonna say that much. I know I can mix my vocals.
Yeah.
And I'll mix some stuff and they be like, dude, that sounds amazing. I'm like, it could be better, but I tell folks if it's not good, I won't let you have it. Because I am so critical on myself.
For sure.
I can't let you get it. Just because that's a representation of me and my thinking and my drive, and I don't want the next person to say, he's half-assed doing it. I don't want to work with him. That kills me. Because I'm like, I've really put time into this, no matter if it's a video.
But if you think it's good and you were to send it to somebody and then you get that same response of, he's half-assed doing it, then how do you feel?
Point, so at that point,
you know what I'm saying? Then do you still be like, it's all right. I took an L. You know, they wasn't vibing with it, and that's okay.
Just because I make one song don't mean 1,000 people got to like it. It's cool. I didn't get in it for everybody to love it. This is what I do at the end of the day. You can leave it, like it, lump it, I don't care. But if, like I said, that ouch feeling, if it feels good to me, I know it's a good song. Because a great song is a great song. That's a great song.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
I used to get that from somebody all the time, and they would just say it. And then I was like, man, stop being so harsh on yourself.
Yeah, so critical.
If it sounds good, man, it sounds good.
What more is there?
Didn't Michael Jackson do like the Thriller album on like a crappy speaker? They did like the reference tracks on a crappy speaker to where when it went to the big boys, it sounded perfect. That's why the Thriller album is still to this day
classic,
booming. It's gonna boom every year because they really I know he did more songs than that, but they picked the best ones that they agreed on. And Michael was critical. I don't care who Michael. If you see the video of them doing the orchestra, like where they all singing, you see his face when certain people are singing his like the certain lyrics.
Are you talking about?
When they had all the singers lined up, it's like the "We Are the World" song. I think it's one of those where they had multiple singers. He's singing along with them, but they're doing like each like lyric. He did not like a lot of those singers. He was just like, they're killing the song, just because he has taken a lot of time and energy into making sure it sounds a certain way. He writes it a certain way. And he's a beautiful artist when it comes to this music, dude. So I look at that as that's the difference between somebody that is willing to live and breathe and die behind this and some people that's just here for the moment. Yeah. You have to be careful because you can't put it in everybody's hands. So that's...
Ooh, I like that.
I honestly, I knew the music was the reason I even picked up a camera, but I picked up music and I said, you know what? I can do more. Music is not all. I was like, but it opens doors.
That's how I feel, bro. That's crazy.
It's you can do more. So because I started from, I started from literally not wanting to do music, shower singer. I'm gonna produce a little bit, and then I can sing. So let me just sing. So, and it grew into something. If I played a song from 5 years ago, you'd be like, God damn it. Because I say it. I'm like, that sounds horrible. But now, like, I can perform in front of people and I feel good. And I'm not even, my music doesn't really sound like West Coast like that. It's more of just from a deep down passion.
I was going to say, but I feel like you feel that way, especially because you've worked so much on yourself and the internal kind of nuance of it to the outwardly expression of it. That transition is beautiful because you've in your mind and you as a person and your mindset and how you feel about just based on this conversation that we had, how you feel about things and the way how you feel about yourself and what you're doing. It's like, I'm going to feel good regardless if I'm doing this or performing this because I know that it sounds good because I went through the process mentally
Yes.
and internally to decide that it sounds good, bro. I'm
Man.
behind this,
Yeah,
and that is
that
that's
type
that's a
of,
crucial part, bro.
when you're able to like go against the narrative and you're like, nah, bro, this is it, and other people are like, you cut that noise out. Cut that noise out. You'll see this even on Instagram. People talking about like just killing the noise around you. It's too much. If you got like some people,
A lot of noise.
it's too much noise, man. It's too much. And it can come from family too. That's the ones that really get you.
Mm-hmm.
They mean like my mama done. Oh my god, she done been so critical on me sometimes. She's like, why does it sound like that? And that hits me because that's mama.
Yeah, no,
So
I feel that.
it's like now it's I'm about to be 30, God willing, and I'm like, I love what I do. I've been doing this too long to let somebody like
That doesn't even know me to tell me what it is.
Yeah, man, because like constructive criticism is different from actually bagging on somebody.
Mm.
And if you've been in the game for long enough, you can tell by the words.
Mm-hmm.
And me, I listen to every little word, and my lady hates me for that, but because I listen to everything and I respond based on the words.
Well, yeah, what I'm hearing.
It's in this.
If you slip up in what you say, I'm gonna be like, wait.
like, well, what do you mean by
Yeah,
that?
what you mean by that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hit him with the Drewski. What do you mean by that?
What you mean by that?
So it's I feel like
That's
when
so
you're
funny.
when you're
Same way.
when you're constantly going through it with music and creativeness and evolving,
Yeah.
you're gonna understand that some people are only around you, man, just to really kind of like keep you at like bay.
Yeah.
They don't want you to be great because they see the greatness in you.
Mm-hmm.
So I always told folks, when you have somebody that really does not, you have a group of people that hates on you, that's beautiful. You need to get 100 more like that.
Yeah.
Because that's going to make you better. And you're going to start to realize that I might be on to something. You think Kanye West wasn't thinking that people didn't love him?
Facts.
He still created what he created. Dude went in straight clothing. Who does that? We're not talking about Rockaware.
Yeah.
This dude literally created a brand and expressed it to the masses. What's the other guy? Tyler, the Creator.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at his entire brand layout, genius.
Yeah.
Does the music, have the freaking fans rock the gear, promote the gear by their socials without him having to do a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time you seen a commercial for his clothing?
Yeah.
I haven't.
That's brand. That's brand.
It's brand, and it's a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
you just said the key. It's a lifestyle. You create a
skateboarders,
lifestyle.
Skateboarders, grungy, they all relate to that type of feel.
Yeah.
Even if they don't like his music, his clothes are fire, dude. It's art. It's beautiful,
bro.
I sit back and look at it. I'm like, oh my god. This is
Yeah,
amazing.
bro. That's so. I love that you're saying that, and because I resonated with that so heavily, because that is exactly how I feel, and my exact mindset about what I do, and the three different things, is because I've had the. Sorry guys, I know you guys have heard this so many times, but I've had a lot of people always ask me, do you feel like it's too much? Do you feel like you're this and that doing the fitness podcast, music? I'm like, no. Number one, because if I was doing just one of them, I would not be as happy.
Yeah.
Number one, and number two, I have the opportunity to do them all. I love it. I love them all, and it builds a lifestyle that is bigger than just Seventh Heaven. You know what I mean? It builds a community. It builds a brand. It builds something. And that's why it's like with the website and now hopefully the merch is kind of going to go on a similar, like what you're talking about. And to build that lifestyle to where someone can look from the outside and be like, I really like what this dude is just about. And like, I don't have to like a specific thing.
But it's his overall.
It's the overall.
And I'll be at home and I'll go through your Instagram and like no creeping stuff, but I'm going through and I'm like, yeah, you can see it. If you sit back and literally look, I can see what you're starting to build. And it's like a year from now, it's gonna be crazy.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I know you know it already, but bro, a year from now, you just keep on at it and keep your foot on their necks.
Yeah.
Keep your foot on
all
their
gas,
necks, bro.
No brakes, bro.
A year from now, they ain't gonna be able to say nothing. They're gonna be trying to copy what you're doing to even give 10% of that. So like,
that's love, bro. I appreciate that for real.
Because I study people that are doing it, dude.
Yeah.
I literally study it. Like, I might be the videographer guy, but I watch other videographers. I watch your video angles, and I'm like, I like that angle. I was just telling my lady, I said, look how he got the whole backdrop. That's how I want my next one. And I'm like, this is fire, like this, because it's
the eye candy elements and stuff. And
I was just talking about that the other day. I tell
crucial.
folks, if you don't have plants in your room to like just give essence, there's a guy that has a YouTube that does trap soul mixes. And he literally sits on the couch. It's the dude with the dreads.
I know.
Probably seen him.
Know exactly who you're talking about.
I used to make a joke because I was like, how many houses did he have? Because it's like, it's always a different room, different plants. And it's like, he's just sitting there with his mixing board, vibing out to music. And it's so like authentic.
Yeah, exactly. It's super authentic.
And I just can't, I'm like, dude, I can listen to this all day.
Yeah.
I'd rather listen to this than trying to find music on YouTube. I just listen to this and let them go.
Facts.
So it's a beautiful thing, man. Like I said, I'm a big fan. Love it. Love it.
And that's also what I said earlier in the reel. And I will forever express this point is nobody reinvents the wheel in the sense of it's really, really hard to come up with a brand new way of coming up with something. It's really hard.
Yep.
It doesn't mean that it can't be done, but it's really hard. But there's so much out there and resources that do the research. Watch an unbelievable amount of content. Take notes and take influence and ideas from stuff that you're watching that you like, that you consume, condense it and be like, okay, I like the lighting here. I like the angles here. I like how this eye candy's rocking in the back. I keep looking at it. So maybe I should think about doing. And you can take all these great ideas and these kind of blueprints from previous content that's been done that you really love and just re-implement it in your own way. Your background is not going to look the same. Your room, so it's not going to be the same, but it can have an essence of elements from other creators or people's videos that you love, and you're like, yeah, okay. Now I can like kind of shape and get some shit figured out.
That's where it grows from, because even with lighting, you got more lighting than I do in my room, and I'm like, all I have is a big old video light. I think the Cobor 60 or something like that. It's a huge video light, but like most folks won't even think, bro, do you know what lighting does? Have you watched certain cinematography or not even that content to see what lighting does to a face? Like
shadows, highlights, all this type of stuff. 100%.
So I'm a big colors guy. So I always try to put some essence of blue in my videos because blue is trustworthy. So I try to like give some type of like sprinkle.
I like that. Blue's trustworthy.
I literally was looking up like what colors I should do, and blue is considered like a trustworthy color. Like when people see blue, that kind of gives them a calm feeling. Tranquil blue. Yeah. So I use blue to kind of
color the ocean.
Yes, makes people feel relaxed a little bit. So when I do like stuff that's very intense, it's a lot of flashing lights, red. It's just, it's no different than if you look at a Red Bull commercial. And shout out, I love you, Red Bull.
Shout out.
I was showing my boy that last night. He was like, "This is fire." I was like, "Bro, do you hear the sounds though?" I was like, "Do you hear that?" But if you look at Red Bull's Instagram, and I tell people all the time, if you're doing a brand, and let's say it's lifestyle, let's say it's energy drinks, if you take the Red Bull concept, they don't really show you commercials. They show you experience. That's where they're winning at. They're showing you heart beating fast,
adrenaline,
what
they're about, their lifestyle.
You drink a Red Bull, see if you don't feel
they ain't got to show you a commercial to tell you, oh, this is what Red Bull is. They're just going to show you what Red Bull is.
Coca-Cola is somewhat doing something like that to where, because these are the people I really look at.
Yeah, the big dogs.
If they're doing it, I can do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's like a few extra people to me. I can do it. So I look at their Instagram and it's like, it gives you love and family because it's like a feel-good feeling, wholesome.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola. Even though it's bad for you, it's
facts.
Coca-Cola.
Don't drink Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it's godly.
That shit'll eat away a penny.
Yeah.
Literally.
That should tell you.
Facts.
It kills rust.
Don't be drinking that.
It kills rust.
Yeah,
that should
for
tell you
real,
right
bro.
there. So if you take those video concepts, man, and just bring your personality into it, you can't lose.
Can't lose.
You can literally do, what's the guy? Peter McKinnon. That is my. One day I'm gonna meet him, but
Talking about the lighting guy they do on YouTube, or the video guy on YouTube who
he does like the Viking stuff.
Okay.
He's a big coffee drinker.
Okay.
He taught me how to even edit photos. If you look up Peter McKinnon, the funny thing is he has my mother's maiden name, last name. So I was like, that was probably some history back in the day. But so every time I look at him, I'm like, and he says Viking, I'm like, bro, you're just lining up with it. I was like, okay. Because I actually did trail back the McKinnon name, and it goes back to Viking. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So when I watched him, I watched every single video he has, and his love for photography and just teaching, on top of showing people that I'm just a regular guy.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I hope one day I can get my YouTube to that point.
Yeah.
Because now I'm honing in on like only 3 platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. That's it. Because I know what I'm doing. I love doing music, bro, but it's a different feel when I can pull that camera up and do some vlogging. Like, I love that, dude.
Same. I love it. It's so
an
fun.
Addiction, bro. And
it is.
Sometimes I go weeks without making a song because I just like, I want to shoot some videos. I want to do some other stuff because I feel like that has more value right now.
Because it shows authenticity. It shows people who you are, what you do, what you're about, what you're just like walking down the street, how you live your life, you know?
Yeah, man. And it's like there's people out there, there's millions of people that just starting. 2024. There's some people, if you're not putting out content right now to teach somebody something, bro, by March, that first quarter ends, there's going to be somebody already doing it.
Yeah.
So,
Valid
like I
point.
said, what you're doing, I'm learning stuff from you just by watching your videos, bro. Then I'm jamming out when you jamming out in here. And I'm like, this dude is living it right now. So I want to be able to show folks like you can be valuable to somebody.
Absolutely.
And I know I'm all over the place. That's just how I'm always over the place.
That's how this podcast is, bro. Trust me. It's just a conversation.
Yeah, man. And it's like you just got to bring that value to people, bro. So they can like take it in and really understand what you're saying.
Exactly.
And I don't care if it's a kid. That's why when I'm meeting people at my job, man, take my Instagram.
Yeah.
Let me get yours. Let me see what you got going on. Some people are standoffish. This is one thing everybody should know. Really successful people are not assholes. Point blank period. The people that are trying to get something or hustling for something and they're just mean, stay away from them. Because they're not genuine people.
Yeah.
Something is underneath them that you don't want to be a part of.
Yeah.
And I found that out.
A lot of people aren't true.
Yeah, like they're doing it for
the wrong reasons.
So many wrong reasons.
The wrong reasons.
So it's like I tell folks, like, stay around good people. Yeah, I might not have the best following, but stay around good people.
Exactly.
They're gonna make sure that you feel that authenticity. It's just that's the one thing. Stay around good people. That's all I can say. Good people are good people, man.
Facts.
They'll make sure that you're doing right, and to have good people around you that'll support you, bro. That makes you even more like, yeah, I'm doing something amazing.
Absolutely.
You can be a nonprofit and you have good people around you. You'll wake up with more oomph every day. So
that's facts, bro. Big time. Well, fucking my guy, we're almost already an hour.
Oh my God, for real?
Bro, this shit flies by, dude.
That's crazy.
No, it flies by. So I'm going to ask you like 2 questions kind of like to wrap the episode that I always ask everybody. Number 1 is kind of like, what's next for you? Like, what's next with you music-wise? What's next, with Apollo? All this stuff, kind of give yourself like a humble shout-out. Give people stuff that they could tap in with you, look forward to. So what would some of that be?
So I have a EP dropping in February.
Yup.
You already know.
Yup. Yup.
It's called That's Why She's Mad. That is my kind of like bow out to like the whole toxic environment. It's a 8-song EP. I hope everybody loves it because I love it.
Yeah.
That one right there is gonna be my first like real deal thing. So I've always done singles, but this one is gonna be like the EP to remember. I'm gonna drop it in the first quarter so it can run throughout the year. But there's more music on the way. Like I said, Sevn. It's your boy.
Yes, sir.
And then,
don't worry, I'll put all your links in the podcast bio and
it.
in the Spotify. I'll put your Instagram, your YouTube.
I was like, you're on to something with the Apple podcast and
Spotify.
I was like, if you don't watch it, you can still listen.
Of course, baby.
So the Apollo Sundown, what we're trying to do, because it's only really, I'm the videographer and I created it, but my business partner is he's tapped into a lot of like fashion and models and stuff, so he gives me that yin yang effect. So
good.
what we're trying to do now, better clients, better. I sound like Papa John's.
Better clients, better videos, better pizza. Papa John's.
So we're trying to do better projects. So I have a TV show that I actually wrote the pilot to. I've been sitting on that for about 2 years. I wrote it when I was homeless. It was crazy, and I was hotel hopping, and that's going to be a lot of my focus this year. On top of that, Apollo Sundown is going to be like really just elevating our work. I want to do stuff that people haven't done yet. So that no matter if that's like a simple energy drink brand, just a better quality. I want better quality.
Yeah,
work.
higher quality.
Yeah, man. I'm
gotta elevate always, bro.
got to. I love music videos, but nah, dude. I want better clients. I want really like wholesome clients.
Yeah,
something I can grow with them.
For sure.
So
yeah.
I'm actually, it's crazy enough. I'm going on a cold call list right now. I'm calling every business in Orange County. Do you need any type of video work? Because I just want to grow with a company that is like willing to like take me on.
Yeah.
Because I come in, I'm not from here. So me coming in with a camera, yeah, I got a nice camera, but I want to do like some really amazing shots that's going to take me out of my environment. So I'm manifesting that right now. I believe in it. So that's what's really going on. Working on this EP and just getting even better with that camera work.
Just elevating.
So, elevating all around, man. If you're not,
I got no doubt it's gonna happen, bro.
Oh man,
I got no doubt.
It's every day.
Gotta pay the dues every day. Have to.
Yep. And on top of that, your boy, I dropped like 20 pounds.
Good for you.
Like 3 weeks, bro.
Good for you, bro.
I had to kill a lot of stuff because I want to be here for a long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I ain't I ain't trying to be big, but because bro is like freaking baby rock over here, man. He know what I'm talking about. That's why he laughing. You know what I'm saying? So it's
important. It's important to me. I mean, that's why I
was like,
I preach it. I record it. I live it. So it's like
you got me scared to go to the gym with you. I'm gonna tell you that much. It look like he's putting himself through. Hell,
yeah.
like,
there's really not a lot of people that don't ever want to work out with me. It's okay though.
I'm be the guy.
It's okay though. Yeah, exactly.
He's looking like I'm gonna do these dumbbells, bro. I'm gonna go home. So,
oh
like,
my God,
I love it.
That's
bro.
funny.
I love the grind, bro.
Have to, bro. Every day.
It's not. We need more people like this.
Yeah, have to.
We need to either inspire more people or just I don't care,
bro. That's
more people.
That's the whole reason why this podcast started, bro. Was to sit down with real people, have real conversations, but also people that are fellow creators, that are fellow in the grind, that are doing it, that have done something for themselves, and just sharing. Like that. That's all this podcast ever is about is just real shit, bro. You're talking with real people about real stuff, and that's, in my eyes, that's provides a lot of value to people who listen or choose to listen, and I'm so grateful for those who do and download, because it's like you're just listening to two people just talk about what it is and how they got to where they are or where they want to go and how they know they got to do it. And sometimes the words that we're saying is going to inspire someone that maybe just hasn't thought that way yet, and it's going to click and shit. And then that could just be the start for them. And how cool is that?
And the transparency.
Yeah, of course.
If you can, I tell people, if you got a question, hit me up.
Ask.
I don't care. Hit me up, because even if I'm busy, I'm going to respond. I don't want to be that guy that's hit me up and I just ghost you.
Yeah.
Like, because that can make somebody not want to do it no more.
Facts.
You got to be that mentor. I just hired 2 interns for Apollo Sundown. One kid's 18, the other one's like 19. One has a camera, one doesn't, but they got the drive, bro. And I see it in them. Like, they're willing to go out in the middle of the cold and do a shoot. So I'm like, okay, that's what I want to build.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've always seen myself as somewhat of a teacher, but I always felt like I needed to know more. So now I'm trying to really expand my knowledge to be able to help others, bro.
Yeah.
So as long as I'm doing that, I feel like I'm waking up and doing my purpose every day. You got to have your purpose, bro.
Have to, bro. I love that.
Got to stand on it.
I love that. Well, I'm gonna ask you the final question. It's the question I ask everybody. It's 7 on 7's one life advice question. If someone came up to you, random, was like, "Hey, Patrick, I need a piece of advice, bro. Give me something. I'm stuck." What would be one piece of life advice that you would tell someone?
Breathe.
Mm.
You need to breathe and just like breathe and be grateful, man. That's all I can say. I would not be here if I didn't sometimes just stop and just breathe, bro. That's the essence of all of it. Calm down, because there's so much going on. You can get blinded by everything. You gotta breathe, dude, to like let it really resonate with you and look at what you got going on. Be grateful for what you have and be grateful for the ability to want more. There's a lot of people that road can switch so fast. That's why if I see somebody homeless, if I have it, dude, give them $1. Just give them $1. And just like, if you can't, don't. But you got to understand that I know my life is full of balance. I have to have balance. I can't do wrong and expect good to happen for me. Some people are different. I'm big on my energies.
Huge.
So I try to give more than I try to take. So the go-giver. I'm the go-giver. Just read that book and you'll understand what I mean by just breathe. Sometimes we can get clouded by so much like aggravation and noise, man, that we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
If you sit down and really breathe it out, you'll understand that it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And I think Shia LaBeouf said it. He was like, the biggest lie that they ever told was it's not that easy.
Yeah.
And it is. It really is. But it's so much confusing people. They don't know what to do. But there's a few people like us that we see the BS, but we see the truth too. And we can show you how to stay on that straight and narrow, because we're not perfect, but at least we can do is show you like, this is BS, bro. Stay right here.
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing the right thing. It might not look right, but you're doing the right thing. Breathe, bro. It's not the end of the world. So
yeah.
I tell that to my lady, my daughter, when she's screaming. It's yeah, man, just breathe.
I love that, bro.
Breathe.
I love that. Never had that answer before, but I like that. That resonates heavy, bro.
Divine Sevn, man.
Come on, son. Well, everybody, I cannot thank you guys enough for tuning in. Episode 28. So excited. We're back for the new year. I'm so excited for this year of the podcast. We're going absolutely crazy. But that is going to do it today, guys. My boy, Patrick, I appreciate you for real, my guy. For real. This was amazing. I'm stoked you came on and just had some real ass talk. We will be back probably, hopefully, next week with a new episode. That is the goal for this year, an episode a week. But I appreciate you guys as always. I love you all dearly. We'll see you guys soon. Lates.